Hey YouTube, thanks again for joining me for another one of my videos. I'm your host, BytesOfChicken, but that's only if you can call me a host. Firstly, I want to give a shout out to Demi Bestwick of Team 17. As you can see, I'm wearing the Escapist hoodie, which I was given along with a copy of the Escapist and some other games. So shout outs to you. Keep doing what you're doing with the indie label because you're making the scene really awesome for us. Next, I want to shout out fellow indie developer, Deca Digital, and Joe Brampton, especially because when I needed a bit of advice, he was the one I went to, and yeah, so I just want to sort of big him up, and watch out for their game Numa, which is available now on the Xbox Market. Next, I want to give a shout out to the Big Gamer Small Talk guys, Zaire, Crap Gamer, Mooch, Showstopper, and Warrior War. Basically, from being on their show, that sort of made me think to myself, do you know what, I actually like sort of talking to people and having people listen to what I want to say and stuff like that. So, it kind of gave me a little boost of confidence to want to do this myself. I ain't trying to make money from this or anything like that, and I'm not trying to steal anyone's thunder, but I just want to do this. Even if I get one viewer, I'm all good. So, today's topic is going to be called Know Your Bytes. Basically, it's giving you guys an opportunity to have your questions answered by myself. These questions can be anything. Whether I answer them, it's going to be depending on what the content is. So if you ask me really random, strange stuff, I don't get down like that. But if you want to know stuff like why I got into development, why I make the kind of games I make, those are the things I can answer. And today's question comes from UrbanFungas, a YouTuber. So I'm going to be answering two of these questions. So let's get to it. So UrbanFungas asks, what makes Droplet Interactive want to make games? Simple answer to that is because it's fun. Who doesn't want to make games? I mean, we have this great love for games, and to be able to have the ability to make one yourself, that's just awesome. It's just like having that power in your hands. So yeah, for me, it's mainly fun. But if I want to go a bit deeper, let's take it back to when I was at university. Basically, myself and a guy called Christopher Scott Bloor, we was on a gaming course, and basically I learned to program. So for me, it was like, okay, I can program, I love games. Okay, what can I do with this? There must be more to this, this can't be the end of it. So basically, in my first year, decided to make a little sort of zombie shooter. This was ages ago as well. I don't even know if zombies were cool then, but I decided to make a zombie shooter called Machine Gun. And the game was actually quite cool, and the university used it to show first level students, this is what you could make if you apply yourself, kind of thing. Because I was just one of those type of people that liked to go above and beyond, so I didn't just learn what was on the syllabus or whatever. I actually did a bit extra. But basically, myself and Chris, we wanted to make some games, and we thought, let's make a cool name for ourselves. So we went with the whole Drop Dead Interactive. And basically, yeah, it was just, I mean, you got some people that like to go to the gym. I actually used to go to the gym quite a lot, but now I've just put on so much weight. But yeah, you just got some people that like the gym, some people that are into cars, and all these kind of things. For me, it was just, I just love programming, and I still love programming, but I also love games. So it was a way for me to sort of practice that love of programming, as well as get involved in game making and stuff like that. So yeah, but if you're gonna take anything from it, just take away the fact that yeah, it's fun, and for me, it's just no better excitement than solving puzzles and things like that with code, and out comes a game. So yeah, that's pretty amazing. So UrbanFungas next asks, why make Gear Gauntlet specifically? I can't say that there is a specific reason for why I wanted to make Gear Gauntlet. I suppose at the time when I sort of concepted the idea, which was about 6 years ago, it's been a sort of slow process of stop and starting, restarting, stuff like that. So it's not been 6 years of development. It's just yeah, the idea came 6 years ago. Well, it might be 5 years ago, but something around that area. But basically, I was playing Guitar Hero, and I loved Guitar Hero. I really loved it, and you know, when I used to sort of have to change the colors and sort of do the color matching and stuff like that, it was like, oh, this is really cool. And instead of sort of buying the different DLCs and the numerous other Guitar Heroes that came out, because once you got one, you don't really want to keep purchasing multiple guitars and stuff like that. I sort of said to myself, do you know what? I really love this color mechanic. What else could it be used in? And there wasn't any other game that was using a mechanic like that. So I said to myself, okay, I'm gonna make a game that basically uses that mechanic. But it was like, okay, I can't make Guitar Hero just because I just didn't have the resources for that, or big enough team or anything like that. So I couldn't make Guitar Hero, and I didn't really want to make a rip-off. And another sort of thing that was kind of big at the time was these endless runners started coming about. I think one of them was Jetpack Joyride, and I really liked sort of how, you know, you could just get straight into that game. You didn't have to sort of spend hours of it to learn anything. You could just sort of get in and get straight to it and know what exactly to do. But I didn't really like endless runners in the fact that there was no ending. I always like to have a game where there's an end goal where you can get to the end and you get that victory and stuff like that. So basically, I decided, okay, I'm gonna mash these two games together. And yeah, at the time, I wanted to have a game that, you know, just collect loads of things, like loads of coins or something like that. So yeah, basically from that, I got to Gear Gauntlet and, you know, put together a little prototype, and I just had all these coin things that you could collect and stuff like that. And I was sort of at a period where I was like, okay, I need to have a character, but I can't draw to save my life. Do not ask me to draw because I just suck at it. Like literally, I can't draw. And it was like, how can I get a character without being able to draw? So this is myself and Christopher Scott Blow at the time. We decided we would use a circle as the character. You know, we just said, yeah, that's going to be the main character, a circle. But as time went on, we was like, okay, we can't just have a circle as the character. That's just ridiculous. So what's the next best thing to a circle? And it was a cog. And because we weren't having no story or anything like that, we were like, okay, it's fine. The game isn't about story. It isn't about character progression or anything like that. It's about the players getting in, getting a bigger score they can get, and getting out. The levels are quite quick, so you know it's one of those games you just get in. You know exactly what to do. Play it for an hour or two, off you go. Got to get a top score, get on the leaderboard. You know, shame up your friends, stuff like that. So we didn't need a character, so we just went with a cog. And yeah, that's sort of where the idea of Gear Gauntlet came from. Yeah, it was just that making this really simple game, basically like, well, I say simple, but the mechanics are simple. Really easy to get to learn, but the game is hard. I was like, back in the day when I used to play games, they were hard. So I want people to feel what I felt when I was growing up. So yeah, you know, I mean, you can see the smile puts on my face because, you know, just those memories were good. But yeah, you know, giggle it. We just wanted a crazy ass game that was hard, gave the user or the player lots of reward for collecting stuff, and we just wanted to reflect that through leaderboards and stuff like that. So yeah, you know, it's a really cool game, real rapid, really easy to learn, and just hours and hours of fun. Frustration, but it's fun, and no one can deny that. Everyone that plays it, they always say it's addictive. But yeah, that's where that came from. So, you know, UrbanFungas, I hope you're happy with that answer. So there you go, guys. A little bit of information about Jumping Interactive and about our game that's coming up this summer, Gear Gauntlet. Hopefully, UrbanFungas, you're satisfied with those answers. If not, leave me some more questions in the comments, and I'll, you know, try again. But you know, I can only improve from here. So hopefully, you'll join me next time. Again, Add me on Twitter at BytesOfChicken. Check me on, this machine that I'm on that I can't say that magical word. GamerTag is BytesOfChicken, or hit me up on Facebook or anything like that. And yeah, watch out for my next video, and keep it fresh, keep it funky, keep it me.